being used on this crowd, enormous amounts of it. You have the pepper ball still being fired, and look at the crowd.
Wow, some dramatic video from Saturday. NewsNation's Jorge Ventura was on the scene as protesters were tear-gassed outside an ICE facility in Portland, Oregon. It came after thousands gathered to denounce what they call authoritarian tendencies from the president. NewsNation's Jorge Ventura still live in Portland for us after an intense weekend there. Jorge, what's the latest?
Hey, Brooke. Well, over the weekend, we saw a massive turnout. Around 40,000 people rallied and gathered in downtown Portland, all wanting to send a message not only to the Trump administration, but to the rest of the country that Portland is not a war zone. This is all coming as the president is seeking to deploy National Guard troops here to Portland to protect federal buildings like the one right behind me, the ICE facility. Now, early Saturday, 40,000 people, tens of thousands, all hitting the streets of Portland. They're holding many anti-Trump signs, anti-ICE signs. But after the march, hundreds of protesters, many of whom were at the No Kings rally, then gathered outside of the ICE facility in South Portland, where a large crowd gathered quite early in the day. Shortly after we arrived on the scene, we did witness federal agents firing off several rounds of tear gas and dispersing the large crowd early in a day. And as it got later into the night, the crowd only growing larger and blocking the driveway entrance to the ICE facility, which then prompted agents to issue several warnings to the crowd to clear the road. Each warning getting the crowd a bit more agitated as we were on the scene and as we were live on NewsNation Prime. Agents once again firing off those multiple rounds of tear gas and shooting these pepper balls into the crowd. Watch how those moments unfolded live.
I have my gas mask on, and just look at the amount of tear gas being used on this crowd. Enormous amounts of it. You have the pepper ball still being fired, and look at the crowd. Many of them don't even have gas masks, and they're still in front of the ICE facility. But this is an enormous amount of tear gas. We started to notice, oh, look at that pop. We started to notice the agents put it on their gas mask. That's how we knew it could be deployed. But look at the crowd control munitions. The crowd is only getting more aggressive here.
In the clouds of tear gas and less lethal munitions cleared out some of those protesters. But you can see there in the video just quite the tense scenes. And some of the protesters we saw actually were hit by some of the canisters and pepper balls. Some of the protesters even grabbing the tear gas canisters and throwing them back towards the agents. Our cameras also captured a moment where agents then charged into the crowd. They did make a targeted arrest, and that use of tear gas at this ICE facility has been a major concern for residents living in this area, who say that tear gas is getting into their apartment buildings. NewsNation did speak to a resident living 2 blocks away from the ICE facility following the clashes between protesters and federal agents on Saturday night.
The use of tear gas in this situation has been above and beyond what's responsible. I shouldn't be hearing civilians on my street corner yelling for a medic because they just got hit with a tear gas canister or pepper balls or hurt. If a country that claims to be a democracy is using this much force, man, no one's going to believe you, and you lose credibility on the stage.
And this all comes as the city of Portland is still bracing the possible National Guard troop deployment here. As of right now, there is another scheduled protest outside of the ICE facility this upcoming Saturday, Brooke. The latest from Portland.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.